everybody, Food Outlaws back with you again. As always, it's me and the little guy. We got something very special that we've never did on the channel before. Today we've got two barbecued pork chops here. They got barbecue seasoning, mesquite, and a little bit of maple on them. Fresh off of the flat iron skillet in there. Today we're going to be doing something here a little different. We're going to be pouring some Bourbon Maple Reaper hot sauce on these two pork chops. We're going to cover them real good. No time limit or no afterburn. We got this here on Heatness. They sent us a really cool sticker. It says intensely spicy. Ingredients here are distilled vinegar, reduced to 4% acidity. I've never seen that before, so I'm not really sure what that means. Chili peppers, bourbon whiskey, maple syrup, onion, garlic, spices, and kosher salt. So pretty interesting ingredient list.
Very interesting.
When it comes to acidity, I'm only usually aware of that when you have like lemon juice or lime juice or something like that into the sauce, so I'm not really sure where the acidity comes from this. Maybe they got orange juice or something, I don't know, but it doesn't specify. But interesting that it mentions acidity content in this. This appears to be pretty hot. We're going to be pretty liberal when we douse these today. We're going to use our knife and fork. No time limit, no afterburn, as per usual with Food Outlaw fashion. The only prerequisites to beating this challenge is to consume the entire contents on the plate. But without further ado, I'm going to give this a shake. If this little guy has anything he wants to say, he can go ahead and say it. But we're going to open these up and smother these real good, and then we're going to get down to business.
These pork chops smell and look good as they are. But we're going to cover them in some good old maple Reaper sauce.
You might have seen this little guy just earlier today. He did a habanero challenge where he tried to eat an entire box of habaneros. Turns out they were a little bit hotter than we both presumed they might be. I'm going to pick up the mantra on that and try my own solo video. Second idiot's going to try to eat the entire box. I'm going to see how many I can get. Ought to be pretty hilarious, so stick around and see what that ends up being. Right now, we've got two pork chops that we're going to challenge with. Captain Royale, Merita, Bourbon Maple Reaper sauce. This is another Food Outlaw Crunk edition. We've both been enjoying the day, betting some horses. The little guy's been cashing in. He seems to have the lucky thumb today. Yes. And who knows, maybe this will be the one challenge that he comes out on top on. But until then, we're going to douse these up and get down to business. It's not the thinnest sauce, but it's not the thickest. It pours pretty evenly. I kind of like that about it.
It's got a medium sauce type thing.
We're going to coat them real good. We're not going to skimp out here. It's supposed to be hot. We will see. To the viewer that commented on our Z Beyond Infinity sauce thing, and I did post that we did try that, but in hindsight, I think we may have actually did a second video on that because his co-worker gave us that bottle, bought it for us, bought it for the channel, and wanted to see us do a second video where we did like an afterburn so we could get the total experience. So I think we may have two videos on that, just to let you know. Alright, here we go. We're about half the bottle as per usual. We always want to make sure we coat it real good. As you can see, these are coated really nicely. We are fork and knife in these things. Once again, we got our new microphones. Fairly good deal on these, about $175, well worth it. One of those Amazon specials. We didn't want to skimp out, so we got a decent brand.
This is not the meat, this little fat part I'm not going to eat, so...
Yeah, the little guy never eats fat or gristle. I'm going to try to consume 99% of mine, but if there's something that looks very unedible, I'm just going to toss it to the side. But without further ado, I'm going to cut into this thing and get the first taste of what this Reaper sauce is all about. Get me a little more Reaper on here.
slowly cutting it because I'm gonna regret this. I guarantee you.
Instantly tongue burn on this, and it hits me right in the back of the throat. A little bit stronger than I expected, but the taste is actually decent on this, and that's what's surprising the most. I'm going to cut a little bit of the gristle off of mine too, and the fat content right on the edges here. If I have the strength within me at the end, I will stomach that and get it all down, but we will see.
My first taste, my bad on this. I think maybe we should have cut it or done something there in the beginning, but
Yeah, it's going to consume a little bit of time for us to cut these up into bite-sized pieces. I made this to temp and all, and it's technically tender, but still has to be uniform to size.
that is good.
Heat starts to kick up once you swallow a bite or two.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to get a steady rise here in the chest. Pork is cooked amazing though. You can see the white lines here. No pink in it at all. Definitely some heat on this. Surprisingly.
How did I thought it would be? Put some really good seasoning you put on there.
Temperature rises with every bite.
It's a good taste of salt.
Little guy's doing the old Sean Connery cough. It's not the hottest thing I've had, but I will admit it is pretty damn hot. I'm going to keep going though. I think I can beat this easily. This will be a long duration video. If you have to cue through a little bit of it, we won't find any disrespect in that. Just you pressing the watch button initially is extremely helpful for us. We have qualified over the 500 subscriber threshold. Now we just need to increase our watch time a little bit. Like I've stressed in other videos, if you find a video of ours that you don't think you might be too invested in, just press play on it. Walk away, go do some exercise, make a sandwich, go to the bathroom, whatever. You come back, the video's played, you did your part, and you've helped us out, and we move on to that next level. Anything to beat the YouTube algorithm, and those are the things that help best. Comments, liking, subscribing, sharing. But we'll take any of the 3 or 4 that you can do, because right now, all we care about is satisfying the viewer, and we're going to keep doing that. It's a tasty sauce, but it's hot.
Yeah.
Hotter than I expected. My heat level right now is probably about a 6. Extreme light. It kind of feels like the heavy heartburn I always talk about. But surprisingly, it's a very tasty sauce. If we didn't just smother it like we did here, but of course that's the style we do, it would be very tasty, very tasty.
Excuse me.
Some of the faces this guy makes in the thumbnails are just too hilarious. Some of those are just what make the videos too hilarious. Now, of course, we do have to remember the little guy was in a very big challenge today. He did a habanero video where he ate raw habaneros. Now here he is again, challenging himself once again. It's clear he's not going to be able to finish this. And of course, it's looks like it's going to take me a lengthy amount to finish mine, but right now I'm in pretty good shape. It's very tasty for me.
It tastes good, but
I'm going to get a few more bites of mine just to show you that I'm not having a difficult time at all. And we'll wrap this thing up. It's clearly hot for the little guy. Once again, it is a maple reaper syrup. Merita Bourbon Maple Reaper hot sauce. We've clearly had our share of bourbon today. We just wanted to top it off with a little more bourbon. Very tasty for me. I cooked these myself. Like I said, I used mesquite, barbecue, and maple seasoning to go on with this bourbon maple reaper hot sauce. Ended up fusing well together. I find it very tasty myself. Of course, it is hot for the little guy.
looks like that pepper earlier.
Yeah, he had an extreme challenge earlier. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me eat this. This is actually a tasty snack for me. We're going to wrap this up here. We are the Food Outlaws. This is Katina Royal. Merita Bourbon Maple Reaper Hot Sauce. Once again, we got this on Heatness, which is heatness.com. Definitely challenge worthy if you're beginner or intermediate. If you got my skill or you're a chili head, then it's definitely a tasty snack. I'm going to finish the rest of this off camera for my lunch because it is tasty for me. We're going to give the little guy a little bit of milk and some time to recover. Thank you everybody who supported us along the way. Thank you for all the new subscribers. This has probably been our biggest month and a surplus net of subscribers. It's been overwhelming for us. We really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, or any of the three. Comment down below on anything, and if you have a challenge you want us to do, post it below. We will buy that. We will give you a shout out, and we will do a video on it. Till then, like, share, subscribe. We're going to let this guy rehabilitate, and we will see you on the next one, which will probably be tonight, because that's what we do. We love what we do, and we love entertaining, and we're going to be back for you. So stick around and see what we do next, but until then, we're the Food Outlaws. Thanks for watching.